Hi folks, in today's video tutorial I'm going to show you how to create custom library for Intelligent Fastener in Creo. First of all, I will show you what we have done in the last tutorials, and over here is the example that if you will use the default 3D models defined by Creo, the Intelligent Fastener will apply the default names. So it is not customized, and in your company you are using your custom screw, nuts, washers and so on, and you would like to use, for example, base it on the numbers or the different names or different quality and so on. So what we would like to do is customize the Intelligent Fastener. And you can see here right now that, for example, I can place the new screw or double pin, or I can edit existing one. Again, more details how to edit the fasteners, it's in previous tutorial, so please check the YouTube channel. And over here, for example, we have this one, these screw connections, and we can see right now here that if I will select right now the drop down menu, right now it's possible to see the my custom catalog. So for example, I name it MM4K site, and if I will select, the system automatically load necessary information. And then if I will select what kind of screw I'd like to use, so you can see here that I customize 4K hexagon head, for example, or 4K hexagon socket head, yeah? So, and again, here is one example that I modified ISO 4762, and the name is 4K site. And again, in the note or in the translation description is the customize DIN 912. So you can customize not only the visibility, what you would like to see and select, but you can specify the additional nodes. This is the example for the screw, and for example, I have prepared another example that is possible to apply and modify, for example, nuts, washers and so on. So again, in the name is the 4K site, and again is description, it's customized. Yeah. So right now I will select two customized objects. One is the screw, second one is nut. And for example, if I will check the length, the system will automatically select for me the length 60, or I will remove, for example, that we don't want to use, for example, washers right now. And again, we can automatically check necessary length. So right now the system checked the database for the ISO 4762 what I have applied, and then took the nearest value. You can choose the value from the menu, and everything I will explain to you in the next couple of minutes. If I will confirm, you can see right now that all screw what are defined by standard library from Intelligent Fastener are yellow, for example, for the screw, and the nuts are different value. Yeah, so if I will confirm OK now, the system will took the different models. Yeah, you can see that I have defined the white color for my screw and same white color for my nut. And if I will jump here in the model tree, we can see that in the group is the name 4K site underscore, so you can use your custom names or custom models, yeah, simply to say. And right now you can see that everything works fine. The question is how to customize and how to bring all these information for your customization. I will show you the source files. The source files, I place it here. So in the installation folder for PTC Creo, for example, Creo 8, doesn't matter, can be Creo 4, yeah? So common files, IFX parts. If you have a Creo 4, for example, will be common files. An IFX folder is hidden in the another subfolder. So please go through and you will find that is hidden in the different placement, but you will find it. I think that is not a problem. And if you will see here, it's a subfolder, and over here is some couple of subfolders, some catalogs, some data, some template library and so on. I have gone through all these details, and I have found that it is necessary to change a couple of files there. And for example, if you will go to the subfolder IFX catalogs, and over there you will see a lot of data. You can take the original one, for example, IFX catalogs. This is the first thing what we need to do. So first one will be replace IFX catalog. And you can see here that right now it's simple. You can only write, it's a text file, so you can write your custom names, for example, millimeter 4K side. And then you will close it. You need to create the millimeter 4K side. So simply you can jump in the original, and from the catalog you can see here that is a couple of icons, for example GIF file, or for example you can do the millimeter txt file. If you will open, it's a lot of information here, and I have simplified, so I will focus right now on the modified text files and information. So you will see it here, and every time I took original file and recreate. Nothing necessary to do from scratch. Please select some source file, some template, and then only change some necessary values. And right now I'd like to explain to you what is necessary to change. So first one was IFX catalog. Second one, create the custom file based on the name what you have chosen. And over here you can see that it's possible to use not the drop-down menu. So for example, washers will be not from drop-down menu, will be directly marked as 1, 2, 3, 4 components in the drop-down menu. But over here you can see that it's collapsed menu. So you can specify if you will mark that the screws will be collapsed, the system will allow to you to choose the drop-down menu. Over here directly I will show you here. So for example, we will change it, and this drop-down menu, what I mean, over here, this drop-down menu is collapsed, so you can specify based on this description here. And please use your custom name, for example 4K underscore hexagon or something like this, and the second one. So again, if I will choose the drop-down menu in Creo, I can see these names here, and you can see that I have added my custom. For example, the name of the new screw will be 4K, and same for nuts. So over here, if I will choose the nuts, and here I will choose the nuts, you can see, it's a collapsed, and over here is 4K side. So simply and easy, add new, and you can again copy existing one and change the name, simply and easy. These new two files are based on the .dat file, on the data file. So what? And again, what we would like to see here, for example, the custom icons like this, so you can add some your custom colors and shape. So again, if I will go back here, you see that I have prepared 3 different icons, based on the color as I need for a quick recognition, and in the file it's mentioned here. So this name is same as here, but you can see here that underscore icon dot GIF file. Please try and you will see that it is working well. Fine. So summary, first of all, create IFX catalog, and in the IFX catalog define custom names, what will be here visible in the drop down menu, and then add custom screw, nuts, washers, what you want. Simply and easy. Add something new and customize how many features and you would like to see in drop-down menu. Perfect. The another thing is that I have mentioned that we need to jump into subfolder IFX fastener data. So this is my customize. You can see that I have only 2 of them, but if I will open the original one, you can see here that if I will open the subfolder parts and fastener data, over here you can find a lot of source files, and 2 new files what I've placed there, it's a name it 4K. So over here you need to create, or you first of all copy the .dat file, modify it and put it back with your custom information. And what we can find here, this is the most necessary thing, that if I will open, for example, the screw 4762, this is the screw, and over here are the list of the size what I would like to use. So for example, and you remember that I have selected the screw M10, And then in M10, the system allowed to me to see the size. So you can see here that this is the name of the screw. This is the size M10, yeah, 10 millimeters, and length 16, 18, 20, 22. So if you have your custom one, again, you can simply change name, yeah, based on the size. For example, M10 per 16, or for example, what I have here is mine, M10 per 50 or 60, 70, and so on, and then choose your custom name. So this name, what is placed here in that file, it's the same like is here. So if I will place here, for example, some number or description, yeah, then the deck will be visible here. Okay, so right now you know how to create and define your custom names, what will be visible in the model tree. Perfect. The another thing is that system need to place this component, and directly in that file on the top is two information. That screw, for example, is placed on the surface and axis. And in previous tutorial I have explained to you how to find the ID of the surface or axis, and it was a reason because I like to reuse this information here. So please check the previous tutorial and you will understand what does it mean. Show selected item ID, the configuration options, and for the quick explanation here, I will only show you that, for example, if I will open the screw, yeah, the placed surface, what is here, you can see if I will leave mouse here, it's ID 136, and the axis is with number 171. So these two numbers, surface and axis 171, these ID are necessary place here. And again, for information, you can describe here that it's your custom, so please change name here. What kind of screw do you have? And some additional description is necessary. Not necessary, but this is the for info. Great. Quick summary. The third option, what is necessary to change, is based on the catalog. What you mentioned there, it's necessary to create a .dat file. In the .dat file, specify custom name for the 3D model and specify the main dimensions. Yeah, so if you will create something like M4 per 21, I know that doesn't exist, but maybe it's special screw, simply copy this one, yeah, whole row, and add new one, and then change to corresponding value. You deeply understand that this information what are here are not used, is only for the better understanding what kind of screw do you have, because if you will have only names, maybe it will be not possible to recognize to you what is meaning behind. But my suggestion is please copy and change in the row what is necessary. So this is the another thing what is necessary. And if I will close this file because I don't want to use it right now, it's the same for the nut. So if I will open the nut, yeah, over here, for example, I will open nut. We can see here that right now we have two surfaces. And if I will check the file, what I have mentioned here, so for example, the screw 4032, and if I will open directly, we can open like this, we can see that surface for placement is 34 ID and axis is 201. So we can check, for example, axis, and we will see that axis is 201. Yeah, and surface, this one is 41, so simply and easy, this one will be 34. Yeah, so this surface 34 is placed and made to selected surface by functionality. Great. And again, if I will open the file, as you have seen, we can specify our custom name and use it size. Great. If you need something or you would like to delete, no problem, delete or add additional one, or use the info for description. These two files, please copy into subfolder IFX part IFX fastener data, so only the .dat file are necessary copy to original folder where is the Creo IFX installed, and over here the system will read this information. So if you would like to edit or add the screw, the system will read it directly from the default path. But where are the 3D models? Or you need to think about, because over here you can see that source file, the PRT files are here. But in reality you have your custom 3D models and you can use your custom library. And again, in the previous tutorial, maybe 2 months ago, I have explained to you how to create custom library with Creo. And again, it was one reason because I'd like to explain to you the logic of the search path. So what is possible to do? You can create the configuration option, the search path, and you can specify where are the 3D models stored. So for example, I will jump here and my library is placed here. So if I will open IFX, you can see here 4K screw, and this path I have specified in the configuration option. That will be my search path, and the system will found here screw and nuts. Yeah, so you can see that over here are nuts, what I have mentioned as the name in the .dat file, and additional ones are the screw. So over here will be a lot of screw, nuts, and so on. And again, you can use more than one search path and you will customize your library. So how the system will read this data and from where it's possible? Yeah, because we have specified the necessary catalog, we have specified necessary icons, use it as the GIF file. Yeah, then we have specified the configuration option show selected item ID, because we need to know how the system will place the screw and nuts and washers and so on. And then we have changed the data in the .dat file, and only one thing what we need to add more is the specify the translation. So again, if I will use the edit definition of the fastener, you can see the description is possible to drive. Yeah, so if I will move the mouse here, the system can show me additional information, not necessarily always everything put it the name. You can see here that it's possible to add some custom definition. So, and where to find it? You can directly jump here into IFX, and in the text is the USSC, and over here is the IFX translation. So if you will modify again over here the IFX translation, I have right now simply to found a 4K, because you know that I have created 2 screw, we can say screw and nut, and over here you can see that is necessary to change the 6 rows. You need to specify the label. Yeah, so you will use again the same name what you have chosen in the catalog. It will be defined as the label, and then you will specify the name as the help text, and you can use the description. For now you can see that it's always defined as 2 same names, because it's a default English language, but I think that if you are using some German language, for example, or Chinese, it's possible to specify in the second row your custom language, but I don't try it. Please try it with your modification. So for now I'm using both, same without translation, so English, and same again the second one. So for example here, this is for screw, and if I will found another 4K, over here will be label for the nut, because I have used an ISO 40432, and same for customize, for example this one. Yeah, so you can see that the system took this information from here. If everything's you modified, quick summary, you have modified the catalog, you have created from the catalog necessary text file, you have created the icon, then you have specified the data file, and you have specified your catalogs and search path. Everything is defined. You will restart the Creo, and if you will restart Creo and start one more time, and you would like to place the intelligent fastener, the system will read catalog, necessary files from the catalog, and icons. And if you will use again more than not only screw, but you would like to use then change the washers and nuts and so on, the system will every time show the corresponding name, corresponding translation and description. And you will use, after confirmation, the system will place your custom names from the library. If you are not using the custom library, but you prefer to use the windshield, you don't need to specify the search path. I hope so that you like this example, how to create custom definition and library for the Intelligent Fastener. Please leave me a comment, like, or buy me a coffee as a donation. Thank you and bye-bye. Vladimir.